do you have any suggestions on how to build a compelling story for why PE if you hadn't had previous experience in PE? Yeah, that's a good question. So, like I said, for me, the path was a little bit easier because I had some previous exposure and I was able to sell that pretty well. But I honestly think the best way and the way most people do this is to really sell your banking experience and any M&A related experience you've had. And so it's really talking about, the deals you've done, the exposure you've gotten to certain companies in banking, whatever your role may be in the position you're in now, and talking about how you've been able to think about those companies and think about those deals like an investor and why they make strategic sense. And, I'm a little bit limiting this to M&A type experience because that's most relevant, but you can be on an IPO and talk about if it had been an M&A deal, how would people value it? Why would it have made sense? Why did the company ultimately go public? I mean, you could have been on the Groupon IPO and you could talk about why it ultimately went public. Here were the top 3 strategic acquirers, but they ultimately didn't acquire it for X, Y, and Z reasons. And here's why a PE firm didn't acquire it, which in Groupon's case would be no cash flow. But, that's an example of how you can spin your experience a little bit to make it more relevant to PE and just show that you're thinking like a private equity investor.